Now, Nicola really didn't want to do this. I can assure you, this is not sort of her thing. However, eventually she agreed to it, and I think that we're all going to benefit. She's a wonderful person. She's got a great, generous personality, and what she's going to do is tell you her story, talk a little bit about her journey, and then we'll open it up to questions. Now, everybody here will have access to a document that Nicola, again, has written for you. So this is an excellent opportunity to learn from Nicola, who, again, has done really well in trading Forex in such a short period of time. But just like anyone, she's made mistakes, and she's here to share everything with you. So in the beginning, I'd like to offer Nicola the opportunity to tell her story, and then we're going to open up to questions. And now we can only go for an hour, of course, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone here understands basically what we're doing. And again, Nicola's not here to sell you anything. She's just here to give you some advice and some opportunities to learn, because that's what this is all about. And I really appreciate you taking the time today, Nicola. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to mute myself now, Nicola, and I'll jump in at when appropriate. But I just wanted to thank you so much again for being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Walter, and thank you to all the daily traders out there, because I've been blown away by your support. It really touched me, and I've had people sending me emails this evening wishing me luck, and I'm really touched. So thank you for inviting me here, and yeah, you've all been amazing. Okay, I've put together, like Walter said, I've put together a document that's got my strategy in it. And I'm not actually going to talk about my strategy right now because it's all in the document, and I'll just show you. Hang on. Can you see that? Walter, can you see that? Hello?
Sorry, yes, it just takes a moment to...
Hello? Okay.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so here's the document that you'll be getting. It's got everything in it. So I'm not going to talk about that right now because it is all in the document. What I wanted to talk to you is about some extra stuff that I think is actually more important than a strategy, and it's more like the psychology really. But if you see on this slide, the question is, are you an optimist? And to me, it really sums up where you kind of need to be coming from if you're going to do any kind of trading, not just Forex, but any trading. Do you think positively? Because pessimists, as I've written here, they don't seize opportunities. Optimists do, and I really believe in just going after opportunities and not letting your fears hold you back. One thing that when I was sitting down to figure out what I wanted to say to you guys that could help you was how important it is to really know yourself and what's driving you, what's behind the decisions you're making. Because when you're choosing a strategy, it really needs to be right for you as your personality, and no one strategy fits all. And when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, well, what are you? And perhaps right now you want to sit there and just think to yourself, what kind of person am I? And what kind of passion is driving you? Why are you even doing this? Why are you trading? Because if you don't know the answers to these kind of basic questions, when you kind of hit harder times, I think it's easy to get knocked off course if you don't know why you were doing it in the first place. I've answered these questions for you from my perspective. These are my answers. I consider myself a winner and a survivor, and my fire, my passion is life, and it courses through me. It's just so strong, and it doesn't matter to me that there are painful moments in life. I want all of it, and to me that's one of the reasons why I love trading, is that it is all of that. It's as painful as it is beautiful, and if you can't accept the pain, you're never going to fully open yourself up for the big wins, because the two are the same. It's kind of yin and yang. You know, the two are the same. They're connected. And if you people who get to, I remember Walter talking about a friend of his who got his account balance up to a certain level and then just couldn't get it any higher because he had some kind of mental block. And to me, that's the same thing. He had a fear of winning, but he also had a fear of losing. And you really have to be willing within yourself to just stare your fears in the face and say, bring it on. And that's kind of where I come from with this. You know, I'm not a professional trader. I'm a stay-at-home mum. I'm doing this because it's a passion of mine. It really motivates me. It's nice to have the money, but it's not my main focus. I mean, I'm not money motivated. I'm doing it because it interests me and excites me. And I think that actually helps. If you can have a reason other than just needing the financial benefit. Because it's a head game, and you need to be mentally resilient. And all your big wins and your big losses are as equally stressful, maybe in different ways. I mean, it seems like it would be easier to win, but I actually find it pretty exhausting when I have a big win. It really sends me out of balance, and I mean, it's nice to have the extra money in the account, but it's also, I know I'm more likely to lose the following day. So it's, as I've written here on the slide, it's okay to not be on top form. What matters is how you respond to these emotional moments, because we're all human and we're not like these robot bots that are trading electronically, automatically. You know, we make mistakes all the time. God, you know, I make 100 mistakes in a second. But I just try to be as aware of my mistakes as I possibly can, and I really feel that has helped my trading, because we can all intellectually understand a strategy, we can all practice that strategy, but when it comes to trading it in a live account, it's about how you deal with those second by second emotions that really makes the difference. Let me change slide. In my opinion, you will triple your account if you choose a system, and that's any system, that has a positive expectancy. And by that I mean that it has more wins than it has losses, and that the wins are bigger than the loss amount, so that you're cutting your losses off short. And also, if you keep your risk consistent, and Walter has many great ways of keeping risk consistent. I mean, the one I use is his 2% rule, where I risk 2% of my total account. But I mean, there are other ways out there, but just keeping your risk consistent, making sure you have a system that you know statistically is going to bring you more money than you are going to lose it, and to compound your profits. And for me, that's been really crucial, because I realized that, and I understand this, why a lot of traders want to quit their jobs. They want to become full-time traders at home. But if you look at it in the long term, you're kind of handicapping yourself, because the larger your account, the more your gains will multiply. I mean, it's exponential. And well, I'll talk about that a bit more in the next slide. The other thing I wanted to say is it's really important to keep your mental stress levels down, and any way that helps you to do that is a good way. I mean, not everybody responds the same to the same stimuli. I mean, I really like hypnosis and listening to brainwave entrainment tracks, but for someone else it might be listening to hard rock, or I don't know. But whatever it is that helps you to zone out, is going to help you make your decisions in a calm, focused way rather than in an emotionally reactive way. And of course, practicing on Forex Tester is invaluable. Coming back to positive expectancy, that's the equation on the bottom of that slide. For those of you that like to calculate these things exactly, but it's pretty. I mean, it becomes pretty obvious. And I think I read this somewhere, and I'm afraid I can't remember who said it, but I think it's true that no two people will trade the same strategy the same way, and the difference in how you trade that same strategy comes down to, as Walter would say, your own beliefs. And for example, I really love Darren's strategies, but I can't trade them. I've been practicing and practicing and practicing, and they just do not work for me. But they're clearly really, really great strategies, and I recognize how great they are. But and I think that is just simply my psychology. And you have to find a strategy that fits with your worldview. Now, my strategy that I've been using, as I said, is in the document that Walter will send you, and it's just a really simple moving average strategy. It's not anything new. You can read about it in a million sites online, but it feels right to me, to my core. It just feels natural. And I think when you choose a strategy, the more comfortable you feel with it, the more likely it is to work for you. And obviously Walter's site has many, many, many strategies to choose from.